So I'm back with another YouTube video. Yes, sir. Okay. So we're playing Minecraft, and yeah, I built this house. Still expanding, by the way, but it is what it is. I've downloaded a bunch of specware, a bunch of mods or add-ons to just add new detail, make it look better. I don't know why I've added a robot here, but I just did. I felt like it. I was bored. Statues, wood, little campfire area, Um, yeah, a little dock thing majig. So, you can park your boats there, sail over, just park up right here, mate. Seriously. Then we go up here. So, yeah, blank wall. Sort of just storage area. I like to do things by color, if that makes sense. So, emeralds, redstone, amethyst, even though it has no importance, gold, netherite, diamonds, iron, iron, iron. Oh yeah. Little office setup here. You know, pretty chill, pretty valid. Just like a random miscellaneous area right here. Another entrance. I do need to add a garden somewhere, like a farm, because that's like pretty essential. Okay. Yep. And come over here. Pretty much nothing here yet. This was originally where I put the bed, my bedroom, my shit, but I moved it. I need to stop throwing, mate. So yeah, I've moved it up here now, and this is kind of, it sucks because it's very uneven. So even if I just went and I did that, say, it's way out of proportion, and I don't want that to be what my TV is. So I've just kind of scrapped the whole painting idea. I'm thinking about taking off this top part as well, just to make it look slimmer. And then if I add, it does work. That works. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, just the wardrobes and shit. Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. Focus. Lock in. In here, a little lounge room again, TV, speakers, a little kitchen, so a little dining area, some cups and some food. What else is up here? What else? Yeah, up here, nothing. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do up here, but I'll think of something. We go. Damn llama. Yeah, just wood, random stuff. Again. And I don't know what I was doing down here. I guess an underground pool area sort of thing. But hey, it works. So that's that. Uh, oh yeah, so llama. We've got to get rid of that llama, right? Oh, look at my character, by the way. He's dope. Alright. So I did download an add-on with, as you can see, custom enchantments. It doesn't really work, but even if it did, it is not as strong as. Oh my days, I can't talk. It is not as strong as the sword below this. The sword below this is called like Astral Edge or something like that. Crazy damage. Astral Edge, 75 attack damage. A sword bridging realms with its might. How crazy is that? And death animations like that as well. That was another good one. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, a bunch of other freaky add-ons. This is oh my days, New Civilizations. Well, that's another add-on. Well, no, that's not an add-on. That's a world, and I just added add-ons onto this. So yeah, as you can see, these ain't normal villages, mate. And they have a portal with what are you? Medieval explorer. Okay. Saddle, brush, totem of undying. There you go. Iron ingot. Oh, silver. Okay. That's valid. I thought that was a gun. Do I have a slot? Yes, I do. Okay. Whoa. What? What is? Okay, that didn't work. Oh, that's no crops. Damn it. It's just filled with mods. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, oh my days. Villages everywhere. So, what should I add? I will think of something. Think. What? Nah. That can't slide, bro. That cannot slide. Who did this? Alright. Alright, my bro. Can I, if I move this out, can I make like a mountain? Like a bunkin? Bunkin? Yeah, that's the right word. Bunker. Can I make like a bunker? Oh, this gravel is going to annoy me. No. Worst thing to come to this game. Gravel. No one likes it. And if you do, you're a madman. So if I just do that, and so that expands to there. I just do that for the purpose. Okay. Oh, got an itchy eye, bro. Okay. One of the many reasons why I love Minecraft is that things you can do. Like I always talk about this to people I know, especially people in the community that play games, such as myself. It's one of the good things about Minecraft. Minecraft is always changing. It's not just stuck to one thing. So basically what that means is, or what that elaborates to, is that the fact that it can change without having to rely on other things. Like if you look at all the packs, the add-ons, the skins, like you can change a lot. But when you look at games like Fortnite, they'll slowly start to fall off because they're running out of content. Whereas Minecraft will always have some form of content to provide. It's always going to give us entertainment because with everything they have, it's just, it will last. It'll be here for a while. And with like new gen consoles and everything is becoming more realistic, it's just going to make it way better. And I not, yeah, I did play Fortnite a fair bit when I was younger, but I kind of stopped. Oh, mining, okay. Yeah, I stopped. I just didn't like it anymore. Wasn't as fun as I remember it being. So Fortnite's Fortnite, I loved it. I was save the world, because again that just reminded. I'm always like, I love games where you can just create. That's why I like things like what I say, save the world in Fortnite. That was a big thing for me. I love playing it, and it's also like I'm a big zombie post-apocalyptic fan, so I've got Fallout. It's a strange game. But I've also got, well, it's called Dying Light. Yeah, I've got the whole Dying Light series. So I've got Dying Light, Dying Light the following, uh, Dying Light 2 Stay Human, and I've pre-ordered Dying Light the Beast, and I shall be playing that whenever it comes out, and I shall try to record a playthrough for that. So, you know, and if you just want an insight, you can come watch, see what to expect. If you like it, you might not. Um, I'll tell you the ups and downs. 100%, 100%, 100% truthful. I will tell you my likes and my dislikes of the game, what I think it could improve upon, and where it excels. Because it's just something that happens in games. Games can always excel in other areas, but they're also really good in other areas. It is raining outside. Seriously, it's a fat storm coming. So if power goes out and this recording is trashed, oh, it's gonna be so sad. But I shall just make another one, because why not? Okay, so I'll leave that later. Okay. So yeah, so I try to make videos whenever I can, which is not very often. Mainly because I can really only do it on the weekends, but even then I'm still going to be very limited. What? This world is cooked. Asteroids can go away. But what's that? I was gonna do something. What was I gonna do? What was I going this way? No. Yeah. So basically, uh, why I struggle to record. One, because it's strange. It's a new concept to me. I was never that social until I came to my later years of high school. I started to come out of my shell a little bit, and which was good. Definitely put myself out there a lot more. And it's still there. Even with my job today. So I'm an apprentice as a heavy diesel mechanic. And so yeah, I don't really have time to do videos like these, but I want to make time, because this is, like I've mentioned in other videos before, this is something I genuinely want to do. It's something I feel happy about doing, because it's YouTube. I can give back to people. Hopefully I can make people laugh, smile, or just enjoy the video, give them ideas, help show their creativity. Yeah, show them that, sure, it may be scary, but just take a leap, you'll be fine. Um, yeah, but the apprenticeship is good, but Do I want to do it for my whole entire life? Like, no. Like, sure, being a mechanic is cool. You learn lots. But you also got to think about the side effects. Like, time. I barely have any time for anything now. And it sucks. And it's also like, it takes a big toll on you. When you look at injuries, and it's not fun. Like, your back will start to get sore, you start to get tired. Your colleagues will become pretty much your new family, which can be a good thing, especially if you want to expand your social circle. Other than that, it is really good. It is a very taxing job. I get paid $15 an hour, and I get paid fortnightly. And honestly, yeah. Why do I keep coming out here? I think it's to dump the coal. Yeah. Okay. What was I talking about? Just, apprenticeship jobs. Um, it does also pay well when you go to things like the mines. That does really start to pay well. You'll start making a lot of money. But again, is it something you want to do? For me, not really. It's risky, 'cause, or at least I'm doing most of it, but I don't know if I want to do it for like my whole entire life. I want to do other stuff, see the world. But, going to the mines, like apprenticeships, just like jobs like that in general, are just genuinely really dangerous. When you look at accidents, like it sounds like, oh, sure, he's just over exaggerating it. Yeah, I'm not. It is the truth. Like, 1 minute everything's fine, and the next, you've got a giant 9000 series tractor on top of you, and you're dead. And it's like, it sucks to realize that, because I know I've heard stories of someone who didn't secure a tire properly, got crushed by a tire tractor, and it was a 9000 series tractor tire, and those things are really heavy. He's still alive, but phew, wasn't good. And luckily, I wasn't there for my apprenticeship when that happened. Um, Another thing was, like, again, most of the stuff is like from lifting these big machines in the air. That's like the most dangerous thing you can do, because it is such a heavy machine. If that thing falls on you or anything, it's done for. So basically, this one person was using a jack stand, I think it was, yeah. Well, he'd obviously have to use a jack to jack it up, and then he put a jack stand under it. He put the jack stand in incorrectly, and basically what happened was the machine fell off, and it landed on his thumb, and it fully crushed his thumb. So, it really puts stuff into perspective a lot. And it's like, oh, do you want to be careful? Sure, but it's hard to be careful in this line of work, because it's tough, because you're always going to have to do something you don't want to do just to get the job done. And sure, you can say no, but it's like, you got to get the job done, you got to get paid, and you're an apprentice, you're supposed to be learning these things. You can't always just take the easy way out, and that's the thing that sucks about being an apprentice. And also the fact that if you go into a trade expecting everyone to treat each other as equals, just don't. It is not the best environment for that. A lot of the times, like, again, speak from experience here, as an apprentice, I'm told to clean. If a technician, which is someone who teaches the apprentices, makes or leaves a mess, most of the time they'll tell the apprentice to clean it, right? Which is fair enough in terms of they could be busy, they could need to go start another job, fair enough. But if they're not doing anything, that's the part that's really unfair. Luckily, I'm fortunate to have some really good techs at my workshop, and they understand the fact that if you make a mess, you clean it up. Doesn't matter who you are or what you do. If it's your mess, you clean it. So, so that's the good part about my workshop. And yeah, trades are otherwise pretty good. A lot of experience. It definitely puts you out there. The only downside I know is weather. It sucks as well. You work out in the rain and the heat. It's not fun. Um, Conditions. You're working out in a field on the dirt with like bugs crawling around. You got to get up inside a tractor. Or the worst, I hate headers. Headers purely for the fact that they got wheat, barley, hay, and all that, and you can't obviously clean out the inside. So when you get in there, it's just sitting there, and you have to dig around through it to get to the areas you need to go, and it just makes you all itchy, and it just sucks. So yeah, but again, you got to get the job done. What else? The hours. The hours can be pretty taxing as well. I wake up I try to. I was really good at it, especially when I was in school. I used to wake up at 5 and then leave for school at 8:20ish, and then school starts around 8:50ish. So that was just me. 6, 2, 4, 5. Other things I wouldn't say hate. Things that annoy me in the apprenticeship. Flies. They suck. In the summer, I obviously live in Australia, but it gets it gets really hot. Like 45-degree days, close to 50, or if not at 50, and pretty much the flies, they're just all over you at that point, and it's like you just had enough. The flies are annoying you, the heat's annoying you. You could pass out because it's that hot, and it's like, oh my goodness. Oh, I just want to go home and sit under the air conditioning, but you can't. And that was the other thing I didn't finish about. My bad, hours. So, the hours you work. Because I went off on a ramble. I work. So I used to get there at 6:30. Now the manager has pushed it to 7, so we can rock up at 7 now. From 7 to 5. Right, but those are not set times. So basically, what I mean by that is, if the person you're working with, so the technician, needs you earlier, you'll be going earlier. You have no way of getting out of it. You can say, oh, you're sick, you can get a day off or whatever, then sure. But you can't just say, oh, can we go at this time? No, the tech sets the time, and you do it. Same with like lunches and smokers. Smokers is like morning tea, if you don't know it. Morning tea, afternoon tea, just little breaks in between the day. So they also set the time for that. So we have to ask him, how long do we have? They can say like an hour, 30 minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah, it's just like, oh. And then same with knock off. That's not said either. You could work till, I don't know, midnight, which I've never done, thankfully. But the closest I've worked to was around 7 or 8 that night, and it's not fun because pretty much all your free time and all that's just out the window. But being the age that I am, and obviously being grateful to have my parents, it helps a lot. Because I'm telling you now, if I kept on finishing at like 8 or 7, you're cooking dinner, it wouldn't have gone well. I would have been in deep crap. No, yes, I did it. I didn't swear. That's an accomplishment. But when you go into it with an open mind, you can see the good in it. And sure, there are days like, I was saying to myself, shit, why am I doing this? I should just fully just jump in YouTube head first. But when you look at it at a smarter angle, it's not that bad. You've had a bad day. Just get over it, calm down. And that's what I did. I got over it, I calmed down, and I realised the job is not that bad. I was just having a bad day. Right, and I still want to see what I can get out of this job. And then hopefully do YouTube at the same time. Because my goal is to get something out of this, learn something. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, make the switch to YouTube. I'm going into it though, knowing that I'm still currently employed. And I hope it stays that way. But the reason I'm doing it now, while I'm employed, is I've got a source of income, and I'm floating pretty much. I'm going steady. Whereas if I'd quit my job, which I was thinking about, and go headfirst into YouTube, it's not really that smart to do. You do that and you fail, yeah, you're done. Because like I said, once you finish your apprenticeship, which is 4 years, and you make it out, and you might go to the mines or become a qualified technician and teach other apprentices, you do make a lot of money. So it's always good to have a backup plan. So that's why I'm trying to do it now. I'm priding myself on this. Okay. In the mornings, it is cold. Like I remember running around 6:30, 7, and it's like, I don't know, 2 degrees or nearly at minus, and it is freezing. It's just like, I bought a Milwaukee heated hoodie because of it. It was that cold. And me personally, I love the cold. I hate the heat. I would rather deal with cold days and nights. Nights, that's a toss. Nights is a bit hard because it's obviously cold and I just want to sleep. And I can't sleep without my fan or anything, so let's just roll with it. I'll fix it later. I sleep with a fan. Like again, Australia, it gets hot at night, but also I need noise. I need some sort of noise, but I don't like loud videos, so I will like watch videos because that's my free time, and then I will pause it, and wait for everything to turn off, and then go to sleep. But I'll try to at least when I'm freezing because I've got my fan on. And it works. Like, I fall asleep, but I need a lot of blankets. No, how long did I make this? Not doing that. One thing I hate about myself, I go on a ramble. I get sidetracked very fast, if you couldn't tell, and it just goes off the rails after that. So honestly, shit. I couldn't even tell you what we were just talking about. That's bad. But honestly, that was just my take on some of those things. I like to give my take on things, purely just because it gives other people an idea. It gives an insight if you're looking at a trade. And yeah, other than that, there you go. Gaming wise, I love gaming. I try to fit gaming in whenever I can. And, you know, I play on PS4. I'm a PlayStation guy, but I've also got a PC. I try to play on that occasionally. I'm not that good with PC, but I do have a controller that can go with it. So that helps a lot. Yeah, on my PlayStation, I've got a lot of games, and yes, I do touch grass a lot. It's my job to touch grass. I've got like around 172 games. Yeah. And then so I've got two versions of Minecraft. This is the PS5 version of Minecraft. I've also got the PS4 version. The PS4 version has close to 1,000 hours. Because, like I said, Minecraft is just one of those games to me where it's like endless amounts of fun. You're not limited to anything, or you kind of are. It's a world full of blocks. But hey, I'll make it work. And, sometimes I build really nice looking things, and then sometimes I build the shittest looking things. And it's like, oh well. Like, I remember I was going to originally trash this world because I just couldn't find anywhere to build a good place. That doesn't make sense. I couldn't find anywhere to build like a good house or anything like that. But I was going to scrap it, and then I put some chests down. Literally, I'll show you because I'm pretty sure I remember where it was. Yeah, it would have been right here. No, right here. I put chests down right here when this land and terrain was in its original state, and I was just like, oh, okay. And then so I just built this frame here. So pretty much this whole area. Nothing on this side. I built nothing on there. I expanded that later. I unbuilt all this area down there, stairs and stuff. I didn't have an area here either. But yeah, and then obviously, well, now look at it. It's grown a fair bit. And it looks nice as well, it's a fairly good design. That's why I love Minecraft. You just get a knack for things and what blocks goes well with what, and the patterns and just the designs. And like, torches are good, but I just find them so messy. That's why I've gone with these patterns for my whole entire roof, because it's not messy. Sure, it's a bit strange, but I'd rather that than it being messy and just, looking all over the place. And it also just covers a larger area that way. Where, like, when I try to make torches look neat, I'll put them on the pillars and stuff like that. And obviously, it probably can't reach, like, certain parts to the middle of the room. So, in my opinion, it's just a better alternative. I'm genuinely so excited for Dying Light the Beast. Kyle Crane is back. That is just 10 out of 10. Dying Light, just the original and the following. Oh, that was gold. Dying Light 2 Stay Human. It was good. But I also feel like Techland just went off the rails a little bit. It's had a descent. The thing I liked about Dying Light 2 was the grapple hook. Like it actually looked like a rope, not just a thing you just flick out. Like Spider-Man's webs. But so the grapple hook was a really good addition. I liked what they did with that. Made it look realistic. Other thing about Dying Light 2 that I liked was the parkour. The parkour was 10 out of 10. It felt way faster. And that was like, sure, you don't really see Kyle Crane as like someone who does parkour. That would have been like Jade. Was Jade? No, she fights. Yeah, it was someone. I remember there were posters in the original game. So about free running. Guy in the yellow shirt. His name's on the tip of my tongue. Got his skull cracked open. Fuck it. There you go. Mate. This is so tedious. And yeah, again, parkour that was like just really good, really fluent, felt way faster. Paraglider is a nice touch. It was a very nice touch. I did quite like it. Just jumping from the VNC tower and just gliding down. It was like, okay, shit, that's pretty darty. But stamina, that was another. It was a realistic thing, and it made the game 10 times harder, 10 times better. Knowing that you had to watch and make sure what you were doing conserved your stamina. You didn't want you didn't want to attempt a large climb with little to no stamina. And same with the paraglider. If you didn't have any wind or vents, and you're up high, you're not going to make it down in time. You're done for. Right. And that's what I liked about it. But that was the other thing I liked about the original Dying Light games was there was no stamina, so you could just hang off stuff. Have no consequences for it. And only stamina you had was with sprinting, I'm pretty sure, and attacking. Which it's fair enough to add that, but it would have been nice to have some climbing stamina. It would have been cool, I'd say. But it is what it is. And at the end, Dying Light is still a really good game series. And, I'm looking forward to its future, especially with the Beast. It just looks top notch. Especially, like, I've seen a volatile. Oh, that was another good thing. See, I'm going off on a trend here, but I'll try and come back to what I was about to say. Dying Light 2, the following. I kind of hated it, but I kind of loved it. Volatiles were easier to defeat, in my opinion. I feel like in Dying Light, yeah, it was just like, you were scared to go out at night because the volatiles were everywhere and they were absolute tanks. You could just tank damage. Mm-hmm. So yeah, volatiles. I feel like they were good, but I remember seeing this different volatile. It looked between like a mix. It unless it's just like the very big. I don't know what you call them, tanks. The ones that pick up boulders and charge at you. It looked like one of them, just with a normal volatile structure and face. Either that or that was just a normal big volatile. That's how I either picture it. One of those tanks with a volatile, or um, as I call them, the Hulks, because they do look like it. There was even a green one with purple shorts in the original game, but they are the ones that drag the they've got like the um, built-in sledgehammers to their arms, pretty much. It kind of reminded me of that with a volatile as well. So it's honestly hard to say, but it looks menacing. It was nice to see. They've got banshees again. I'm pretty sure some other different zombies, which is just things I love about those games. You always got new threats. You got to adapt to those new threats. And like in Dying Light 1, when you had to deal with the tanks, it was as simple as just a crossbow. Get a crossbow, hit the head, you're done. And it worked. So now it's interesting to see what we have to do. So this is just a bunker, honestly. I could just dig all the way down to the void. That would be tedious. La 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 la. I really don't know what to build anymore. I feel like I've built everything I need to on this. And then I'll end the video and I'll be like, oh, I should build this, and I'll expand it without recording, and it's like, oh, why'd you do that? Should have saved it for a video. But it is what it is. I'm thinking about putting a farm here, but I don't know, because it's not, you could walk there if I build a path. That could work. 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 Yes. It is so strange not having school anymore. It feels different. What's it name? This shovel. Just do netherite. Why not? Netherite one will do, mate. Oh, you're joking? Okay, that scared me. I thought my house was on fire. Like, no. I've worked so hard on this house. Trying to make it look as nice as possible. Oh, this mic I have, it is so strange. But I love it at the same time. It's way better than my old one. My old one was just, she was just done. She's had enough. It was like, it would glitch out halfway through recordings, and my voice had become all like, just, you couldn't even hear my voice at that. It was just like, type shit. Oh, he's so friend. Do I have a grass block? Bone meal. Get away. No. Weed farm. That's what we should call this. My name is Walter Hardwell White. Microphone, yeah. So, again, the apprentice wage isn't that great, so I did order this off Temu. and you know it works. It really does work. Um, I can hear myself through my headphones, so I can hear what I'm saying pretty much, and it's like so strange to me because it's like an echo, but it's not echo luckily because I've turned that down, but it also tells me how loud I'm speaking, you know, and it's got all these like different things. It's got like sounds you can play. Like hold on. Yeah, it's got a built-in soundboard. So like if I wanted to, like there's one called Song One. I don't even know if I can customize these. I would just pretty much just got it as is, and so you know I can just do this. You know, I, I wish the song went longer because you know I was actually kind of vibing to it earlier. But you know we've also got things like echo, which when you turn that up, obviously, oh, there's more echo. There you go, echo. I'll turn that on when I go in caves in Minecraft. You know, that's fair enough. Um, and what else we got? This. Bing, bing, bing.
Awesome!
Awesome. That is cooked. Um, I can change my voice.
So basically, what that does is obviously it changes my voice, but the soundboard says a prompt through my headphones. And when I was doing test recordings, I didn't hear that prompt. So, or in the video, it doesn't hear the prompt, but in my headphones, it does. If that makes sense. So I don't think you guys would have heard it, but basically, it just says female voice. That's why my voice is like this. So if I press it again,
it set it to male voice, you know, so this is a male voice apparently. Yeah. And then
a lolly voice. I think that's what it said. Lolly. La 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 la. La 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 la. Lolly voice. You know, it's kind of cooked, but it's kind of funny. You know, but it is what it is. And then I'm pretty sure the last one's like monster.
yeah, so it said monster voice. Yeah, it works, right? But you gotta learn these buttons because if you press it again,
it just switches it back to female voice. And what I just usually do is I press Pro, which is another button on the soundboard.
And my voice is normal. So yeah, honestly, it works, and so far it's performing really well, and I'm really happy with it. It feels like a good purchase to me. It's fairly cheap, and you know, eventually I will buy better stuff. But you know, I need my money up, so cause, you know, I want to afford car mods. I want to get a better car, all that sort of stuff. Tools, a nice house, give back to my parents because honestly they've given me a lot throughout life. Just simple stuff, pretty much, because you know I will need it. You know, money is one of those things where you do need it, and sure, it balances out. It is a need, but it is also a want. You need it to survive, but you also just want money. You know, me personally, it's mostly a need for me because you know I need money. Simple as that. Now, if I get money, I can give back to my family. I've got a very large family, and you know we also obviously do what do you call them, Secret Santas and stuff like that, and all the birthdays. I can't even tell you how many relatives we have that come over for those, and it's just like you got to think of a present, and you don't get them for a present, you feel bad. It's not fun. But honestly, money or not, at this point, I've got the trade, so I don't really care about YouTube money. If I get YouTube money, okay, cool. If I don't, that's alright. As long as people find joy and happiness out of my content, and they feel like they can come here and just relax for a little, that's all it's about. you know. And also, I don't really care what people have to say. If they hate it, they hate it. If they love it, they love it. Simple as that. I'm just running around at this point. Seriously, I don't know what to build. I'll think of something. I'll think of something. Don't you worry. Now, let me just look at the soundboard. What other buttons do I have? Alright, so primal sound, voiceover. Elimination. There's a lightning bolt. Internal play, mute. Power button, treble, bass, accompany, record. Monitor. Echo. There's obviously mic. What does this do? Shop Ju emitter. Wait, what? Wait, hello? What's happening? Emitter. That's what it's saying. I can't understand it. Sipchus emitter. That's what it said. I don't know what that means. Okay, now a voiceover, like, whatever. Okay. Internal play. Do I have to turn these off? What if I go? Internal play. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. So that internal play is pretty much just. Wait, hold on. No, it hasn't. It's still there. Okay, now for internal play, I have no clue what this does. Oh my days. Mute's pretty simple. Primal sound. Hello? What? No, seriously. I don't know what these things do. Okay. And elimination. What is elimination? Yeah, I honestly can't tell the difference. Maybe you guys can. I don't know. To me, it all sounds just pretty similar. But it's a small soundboard, but it's good. It will serve me. And yeah. So this is mainly what the video is. Wait, is that an echo? What the video is, what it's about. Well, nah, it wasn't about the soundboard. This video is more just a ramble, a talk, and just a Minecraft video rolled into one. I was yapping, basically. Yeah, other than that, hope you guys enjoyed. Is mine echo? Yes, it is. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, it was a good talk. If you like content like this, find a way to let me know. Can be your preference. I don't care if you like, subscribe, comment, just do something. Do something. Just review it. Just that's all I need to know. And I know I'll try and find time to post more content like this. So thanks for watching. Bye.